so fine. Hell of a blows my mind. Hell of a lights my day.
What's good, guys? Today is Tuesday, December the 29th, 2020. I wanted to do a video regarding the Kenneka Jenkins case, and specifically in regards to, or directed towards, or directed for the people that believe that Kenneka Jenkins' organs were harvested. Okay, this is a video for you. I went over the autopsy report briefly a few times, but we're going to look at it again today because I still think there are some misconceptions regarding the organs in the Kenneka Jenkins case. Now, with that being said, I understand that that is one of the conspiracy theories that floats around regarding this case. It floats around in a lot of other cases as well. Mainly because of the Kendrick Johnson case, where that did in fact happen. In the Kenneka Jenkins case, though, I pose this question as many times as I can. Usually when I see it posted under the comments of a video where it says something to the effect about organs of Kenneka's, or that her organs were harvested, I ask the same question, or at least I try, and that is, if you in fact believe that Kenneka Jenkins' organs were harvested, and that was what was going on at the Crowne Plaza, Chicago O'Hare, in Rosemont, on that weekend of September the 9th, 2017, how would you then explain the presence of the organs at autopsy? So let's look at this autopsy. Now, again, I will tell you that I have this autopsy actually saved as a document, but I've screenshotted it just so that I can maneuver around the screen. All right. This is from the Office of the Medical Examiner, County of Cook, Illinois. Report of postmortem examination for Kenneka L. Jenkins, age 19, date death pronounced September the 10th, 2017, date examined September the 10th, 2017 at 10 a.m. Examined by Kirsten E. Howell, MD, with Kristen Escobar Alvarenga supervising. All right, let's go through this. Under the external examination, it says, the body is clothed in a white bra top, blue denim jacket, blue jeans, and purple underwear. We saw that for ourselves in the freezer photos. Accompanying the body is a left gray shoe. Cook County Morgue identification bands are on the bilateral great toes and right wrist. What that tells me is at some point they took off the other shoe so that they could then wrap these toe tags on her great toes with her identification number, which is, I assume, would be ME 2017-04241. But I do want to make mention that they only state accompanying the body is a left great shoe. So I don't know if they took the right shoe that was laying in the freezer and gave that to someone else, but they're only accounting for the left gray shoe. The body is that of a normally developed, well-nourished adult black female. The body weighs 159 pounds, 66 inches in length, and appears compatible with the reported age of 19 years. The body is cool following refrigeration. Rigor mortis is well developed and symmetrical in the upper and lower extremities, neck, and jaw. Fixed red-purple lividity is present on the left anterior and posterior surfaces of the body, except in areas exposed to pressure. The body is well preserved and is not embalmed. Sorry, guys. A long black weave is attached to the natural black scalp hair, which is braided. The eyes are closed. Long black false eyelashes are on the upper eyelids. We saw that as well in the freezer photographs. The irides are brown. The corneas are clear. The conjunctivae are mildly hyperemic, and free of petechiae on the bulbar and palpebral surfaces. The external auditory canals, nares, and oral cavity are free of foreign material and abnormal secretions. No calvarial or facial fractures are present. The ears are normally developed and have no trauma. Each earlobe is remotely pierced twice. The nose has, we're on to the second page, a palpably intact bridge and septum. The lips and frenula are intact. The teeth are natural and in good repair. Examination of the neck reveals no external evidence of injury. The chest and breast are symmetrical. No breast masses are palpable. Each nipple is remotely pierced once, and there is a multicolored barbell type stud in each piercing defect. The abdomen is slightly rounded. The pubic hair is shaved. The external genitalia are those of a normal adult female and are free of injury or abnormality. Excuse me. The clitoral hood is remotely pierced, and a white metal barbell type stud is in the piercing defect. The posterior torso is without note. The anus and perineum are atraumatic and unremarkable. The back and buttocks have no traumatic abnormalities. The upper and lower extremities are well developed and symmetrical. There are no bony deformities, pitting edema, or palpable fractures. The fingernails are covered by intact artificial nails covered by white nail polish. The toenails are covered by white nail polish. Alright, it goes through the tattoos, evidence of injury. Then we get down to the internal examination. Alright. Body cavities. The body is opened by the usual thoraco-abdominal Y-shaped incision, and the chest plate is removed. No adhesions or abnormal collections of fluid are in any of the body cavities. All body organs are present in the normal anatomic positions. Read that one more time. All body organs are present in the normal anatomic positions. So all of her organs were present, and they were where they were supposed to be situated in the body. The subcutaneous fat layer of the abdominal wall is 2 centimeters thick at the umbilicus. Now, it goes through the head. Let's see. It states that the 1,350 gram brain is normal in shape. So that tells you there that her brain is there. Her neck, says the tongue is intact, no bite marks. The hyoid bone and laryngeal cartilage are intact. Epiglottis. Moving on to the cardiovascular system. The pericardial sac is intact. The heart weighs 242 grams. The heart is present. All right. That gets us to the respiratory system. The only thing that's different about the respiratory system is the right lung is bilobate. There is no middle lobe present. So instead of having 3 parts, it has 2. It has an upper and a lower. Let's see. It then goes on to say that the right lung weighs 238 grams and the left lung weighs 193 grams. All right. That's a difference of 45 grams. And again, that's because the middle lobe is not there. Now, do we know if Kenneka had some kind of a congenital Now, do we know if Kenneka had some kind of congenital lung problem? No, we don't. That's not really our business. I'm just going to be real honest about it. The only person that would have access to that information is her mother. And whether or not she ever chooses to release that, that's her business. Could it have been something that Kenneka was born with and didn't know about? Yes, it could be. I don't know how likely that is, but again, yes, it could be. She was only 19 years old. You have to take that into account as well. It wasn't like she was a 45-year-old woman. But that is simply what bilobate means. 2 parts, divided into 2 parts. But the left lung and lower and right lung are both there. And it goes on to the hepatobiliary system. It says that the liver was there. It weighed 1,176 grams. The gallbladder is there. Now, the alimentary system, the esophagus, the large intestines are both accounted for. The appendix is accounted for. Goes on to the next section and speaks about the right kidney. It weighs 136 grams. The left kidney weighs 159 grams. They are both there. Her uterus is there. Both ovaries are normal size. So we got ovaries, uterus. Fallopian tubes are unremarkable. Got those as well. The next section speaks about the spleen being 93 grams. That's there. Lymph nodes appear normal. Thymus is not identified. And again, I went over the thymus on the autopsy until I was blue in the face. That is not abnormal. Fatty tissue can absorb that. That is not an abnormal thing at all. You are welcome to Google that. It's very easy to find. Thymus. Make sure you're looking at the right thing. Thymus. Thymus. I will spell it on the screen. Goes on to the endocrine system. Pituitary gland and remarkable. Thyroid is there. Adrenal glands there. Pancreas there. It goes into the musculoskeletal system then. Talks about the pelvis, long bones of the extremities being intact. No muscular atrophy. Diaphragm is intact. Yeah, it's all there. So it puzzles me to hear people still go on with this organ harvesting thing. Now, with that being said, I do want to say this. I understand where it comes from. I understand the whole biological resource fiasco that took place in Rosemont. Understand that. I have researched that until I'm blue in the face. I have yet to make a connection to anybody in the Crown Plaza on September the 9th, 2017. I've tried. I can't. There's nothing there. I still continue to look, but I'm not finding anything. Now, do I trust the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office? No, I don't. I've made that very clear as well in videos that I have done regarding them. And I will state again, it's the only video that I've ever done that I've been threatened behind was regarding the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office. But you have to think about this with some sort of reason and a logical approach. Do you think it's possible that once they did this autopsy, and accounted for all of these organs, that the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office then harvested the organs? Is that what the allegation is? I'm unsure. And I've asked and I haven't really got a good response from that. So if your allegation is that previous to making it to the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office, Kenneka Jenkins' organs were harvested, I can't buy into that because they're showing here on this autopsy report. Now, if it's after the fact that you're coming up with that, it would take a team of people to pull that off. Did she donate Kenneka's organs? I'm unsure. I've never heard her speak on that, so I don't know that any of that is true. But from my understanding, from the people that say her organs were harvested, I'm getting it as she ended up missing in that hotel so her organs could be harvested. And in that case, I can't buy into that theory simply because we see here the organs that are accounted for. I know the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office has had multiple scandals. I tried to cover some of the more newsworthy ones. I don't put much past the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office, but this is a theory that would, I don't know how you would ever be able to prove that theory. It just baffles me. That's why I wanted to do a video on it, hoping that someone in the comment section could kind of explain to me where you're coming from with this, because I just don't see it. So that's really why I did the video. So I'm hoping that somebody will watch this video in its entirety, get to the end and hear this question, and then comment and tell me where you're coming from. Because I'm curious. I am curious. I always try to hear out whatever someone is saying. Try to see where they're coming from and what they have to base that on. Because you can't just throw something out in the air. You have to have a reason behind it. You have to have some kind of theory as to why you think that way. So, I'm going to end the video on that note, and I really hope somebody who believes this theory, or some part of it, can explain it to me, because I'm curious. And I'm going to end the video on that note. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it.